Well, we want to bring in one of the senior directors at Safaricom who is joining us live from our city center studios, and that is Rita Okuthe, who is the director in charge of Enterprise Business Unit. Many thanks, Rita, for joining us this afternoon. And just picking up on what's been happening in the operating environment, how would you describe the dynamics that continue to face Safaricom?
Thank you for having me, and it's a great pleasure to be here. The dynamics in the business environment, I think, affect all businesses, not just Safaricom. There was a bit of a slowdown that all businesses had in August. That has since come to an end, and we are hopeful that we'll now be able to move forward. I think one of the greatest demonstrations of the resilience of Kenyan businesses is today, if you look at the stock exchange and you look at the share price of Safaricom, I think earlier on this afternoon, we're trading at 28 shillings, which shows that investors still have confidence in the business and in the capability of the business to continue to grow in the way that it has in the past.
All right. And Rita, looking at the Kenyan space, of course, many companies have been hard hit with the political climate right now. Perhaps moving forward, how is Safaricom trying to reposition itself to tap into the vast opportunities presented in the economy, especially when it comes to e-commerce?
So as you may know, we recently launched our e-commerce platform, which we're calling Masoko. And the reason we did this is we felt that there was a unique opportunity represented for Safaricom in this space. As you know, we have a very, very robust mobile payment platform, which is M-Pesa. We have several customers on our network. And some of these customers also happen to be businesses and SMEs who are always looking for opportunity for greater market and greater access. So when you bring all these things together and you bring in the logistics arm, we as Safaricom have taken advantage of this opportunity, not just to provide a business for Kenyan markets, Kenyan businesses, but also to take Kenyan businesses to the world. I think that is a main differentiator between our platform and the other platforms that may be in the market at the moment.
Interesting insights there, Rita. Perhaps looking at the trends, we are seeing more and more Kenyans taking to the internet for shopping, bearing in mind that there are new payment platforms that they can use. And of course, the Black Friday is just around the corner. How big achievement is this for Kenya in light of the fast-growing e-commerce?
I think what this does for Kenya is make Kenyans and gives Kenyans the opportunities to take part in the worldwide market, because, you know, the internet really has no boundaries. And I think it's also a great testament to the growth of our telco sector, the impact of great data speeds and the great data network that we have, that many Kenyans right now are able to access the internet. And you do find that, you know, over 6 million Kenyans on a day-to-day basis do some form of shopping on the internet. This form of shopping could be on existing online sites, but also a lot of shopping does happen on social sites such as Facebook and Instagram. And this just goes to show that Kenya is really now taking part in the digital world and is a leader within the African space in this area.
All right. And finally, of course, there are threats that come along with the mobile commerce, which is involving, of course, hacking and, of course, issues to do with impersonation. Perhaps, how do you intend to address this moving forward?
So we've put in place some very robust security systems. We are working with partners who are the best in class across the world and who have worked on other global online sites to ensure that we prevent any hacking from happening, and also to protect our customer information and customer data, which is an integral part of the business that we do and is also a prerequisite of our regulatory requirements.
All right, many thanks, Rita Okuthe. Always a pleasure speaking to you to get the market dynamics, especially when it comes to technology. Well, Rita Okuthe is the director in charge of the Enterprise Business Unit at Safaricom, just sharing with us some interesting perspectives in line with e-commerce. Well, moving on, the second